the coup mastermind that ended the reign of the Bongo dynasty in the oil-rich nation of Gabon has once again emerged president. And guess what? The U.S. Senior Special Advisor on Africa quickly tweeted, "I am on my way to Gabon for the inauguration of the president-elect. I am highly honored to be a part of this occasion. This ceremony will mark a significant milestone in the history of Gabon's democracy." Anytime you hear the West talk about democracy, democracy, democracy in Africa, there is something daring for them. Blaise Compaoré emerged president with over 94% against other contestants. Now, the U.S., with what it represents, has approved of the election of Blaise Compaoré, a military junta who just removed uniform and become suddenly a Democrat overnight. We will continue to watch. Will it be the case of an old wine in a new bottle, or will there be a difference with the case of Blaise Compaoré? This is happening at a time when a growing number of African youths are beginning to question the interest of the West in Africa. Let me allow you to watch the event.
And finally, our last story is on Gabon in Central Africa, where the junta chief has stormed to victory in the presidential elections. The provisional results show that he secured 90% of the vote. In 2023, Brice Oligui had ousted President Ali Bongo, the very same person that he was once tasked to protect as the head of the Republican Guard. Now, with the coup mastermind securing a landslide win in the polls, does a new chapter begin, or will it be a case of new wine in an old bottle for Gabon? Our next report explores.
The West African nation of Gabon has chosen a new leader, Brice Oligui Nguema, the same man who flipped the script in 2023. As the head of the Republican Guard, he was meant to protect the presidency. But he led a sudden coup, ousting President Ali Bongo. The military takeover shattered decades of dynastic rule. Now, Brice Oligui isn't just Gabon's military leader, he's the elected president of the oil-rich nation.
During the election campaign, and I told you, there is no happiness without effort. Tomorrow is a working day. We must now turn the page on the presidential election. Our country is still developing. I invite you to resume your professional activities in this fifth republic that we call with all our wishes. Let us be builders, builders of peace and justice. May God bless you. May God bless Gabon. Thank you for this great victory.
Voting booths opened in Gabon on April 12th. He stood against 7 candidates, but none came remotely close to challenging his grip on power. Even his main challenger managed to garner just 3% of the votes. And in contrast, Brice Oligui's vote share was 90.35%. The victory means he gets a 7-year term. At his campaign headquarters, the situation was tense. As the results were being announced, all eyes were fixed on the screen. Then came the big news. Brice Oligui's supporters erupted in joy, cheering and clapping. As the weight of the moment hit, the junta chief fell to his knees, hugged his wife, and draped the Gabonese flag around him. For about 10 years, he spent time outside the country, away from public consciousness, after he was dismissed by Ali Bongo's inner family circle. Years later, in 2018, he surfaced to Gabon's political landscape. That's when he was appointed the intelligence chief of Gabon's Republican Guard. Over the years, he steadily rose through the ranks. His leadership ultimately led to the 2023 coup, a rare exception in the region marked by a peaceful transfer of power without bloodshed. This was his dramatic rise from a military commander to a national leader. In front of the new president is several problems. Gabon has a population of 2.3 million, and the oil-rich nation faces crumbling infrastructure. Poverty is rampant, and a mountain of debt has piled up over the years. The country's vast mineral reserves have also been exploited by the Bongo dynasty, which ruled for nearly 6 decades. The new leadership will look to prioritize these issues. Over 575,000 votes were given to Brice Oligui in Saturday's election. With the shadow of the Bongo family still lingering, will the new president free the nation from their curse?